Sim misses. Stolen ball. Let's go, Knicks. Feron.
9 points for him. It's a 9-point lead for New York.
McClung lost his shoe.
Second time. If you don't already know, McClung was a viral sensation as a high school player, doing 360 dunks and all kinds of crazy bounce. Came out of Texas Tech last year. Weatherspoon with a deep pull, no good, and rebounded by Sims.
Those guys hitting bricks.
Grimes back to McBride. Hunt playing with his food. Shot clock down to 5. Jeffries on the drive. One and done at the offensive end for the Knicks that time. They lead by 9.
Yeah, but Jeffries and Hunt are getting off the dribble drive every time they want.
Moody raising up. And rush hour traffic took a couple of hits, and he'll get a couple of free throws. Moses Moody out of Arkansas, going to the free throw line. Played for Eric Musselman at Arkansas. Inga will come back in. Witherspoon will take a seat. A couple of games in the California Classic. Moody led the team in blocks, averaged 11 points a game, knocks down the second free throw. He's got 14 now, and productive, prolific first half for him. Little horn set here by the Knicks. Pride one more to the wing. Good defense by McClung. Stayed right in front of his man and forced the turnover by Keels. Keels an interesting name for the New York Knicks. One and done out of Duke. McClung laces that 3. The lead is down to 4. This is another thing, Doris, I love about Summer League. You see McClung wearing a Lakers jersey 2 nights ago. Tonight he's in a Warriors jersey. Hey, man, sometimes you got to switch up for the chest, right? Anywhere where you can get a little bit of run. Corner jumper by Dominguez off the mark. Sims with another big-time board. That's his 8th rebound of the first half. Grimes steps back for 3, left it on the front rim. And a Warriors turnover. We got a Knicks timeout. 2:25 to go in the first half. New York with a 4-point lead.
The Edge pizza from Pizza Hut is back. Loaded with toppings all the way to the edge of a thin and crispy crust. I think I just blacked out and ate like 6 slices. Where am I? Am I on a Pizza Hut commercial? The Edge from Pizza Hut. No one outpizzas the Hut.
We love our new home.
We've got great outdoor space.
But the neighbors have a big dog.
What?
He thinks that's a stick.
I like that you wear that.
Thank you. That's a big boy. Aw, the chips are soggy.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We do save a lot. Come on.
Up, please, Clifford.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Honey, he loves the pavement. I don't know what to tell you.
Everyone is looking for a role model. Someone who looks like they do, or comes from their place. Someone to make them feel like they belong. We all need inspiration. But belief can only be found within. You don't need a role model to believe. You become one by believing in yourself.
Fernando.
window. He's here.
Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard? That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait, for 2 MLB All-Stars? Play it cool.
DQ.
Happy tastes good.
Hey, get okay. All right, I got 44. By yourself, by yourself. You by yourself. Double left, double left, double left. Watch the lob. Bro, watch the lob. Stop him. Your man late. I want him. Second play, second play. Hey, yo. Don't let him speed us up. Don't let him speed us up. Play it up, pace. Come on. Let's go.
Love to hear the high degree of communication. Nothing wrong with having loose lips sometimes, especially when you're playing basketball.
Love it. Love his communication on the defensive end. He and Kuminga have got to lead the way.
Yeah. 4-point ball game. Knicks with the lead, sideline out of bounds. McBride to trigger. But good defense by Moody fighting over the screen and getting the offensive foul. That's what the extra effort earns you at the defensive end. And you love to see the fact that he's fighting over the screen doors, because sometimes there seems to be an abundance of proclivity of guys just switching. Not even on hard screens, right?
100%. 100%. It's easy to die on the screen. It's hard to get skinny, to fight over the physicality.
Wow, Kuminga trying to take Sims' soul away. At the other end, Weatherspoon with the block and a foul.
McClung stepped in and took a charge.
On to Kuminga with a menacing rim attack.
Good challenge by Sims on Mark.
Yeah.
Made a miss. No whistle by the official either on the left or the left arm push off by Kuminga or any body contact by Sims.
Looks like we just got a technical foul called on Hunt. Of course, I was already up on the table here. Potential duck, I mean. Kuminga just excites you with this forceful play. He goes to the rim like that. Moody knocks down the free throw.
It's interesting because Draymond early on last year, I got out to do an interview with him, and he was talking about he thought Kuminga was going to have to be an integral piece of their championship. And certainly he was a rotation player, contributed, as you said, got to start in the playoffs. But the longer the series went on into the finals, his role diminished. Why? Because Andrew Wiggins was that guy, right? I mean, think about the way he rebounded the basketball.
One knocks down to 3. It's a tie game at 38. There are a lot of people out there that owe Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to speak on it. A lot of people out there owe Andrew Wiggins an apology. Talking about him being an underachiever. And I think sometimes it's more about fit than underachievement. I think if you're miscast in a role, it's easier to be labeled as an underachiever. If there's not things in place for you to succeed at a young age, maybe there are, maybe they're not, that's debatable. But I think the abundance of criticism he faced early in his career was a little bit disproportional to where I'm not going to say he ended up with the Warriors and won a championship because his journey is still continuing, but to where he is now, there's a lot of people that were wrong about him.
Okay, I would say I agree and disagree. I think the part I agree with is saying, okay, well, maybe there were circumstances, maybe there were the system or role or, I think all that's debatable. I think relative to what people saw when he was young, and all the physical tools, and then all the basketball skill, he himself just came out when he was talking about his rebounding, right? Said, I don't know what I was thinking. It's not that hard. And his rebounding to me was an integral part of them winning a championship. And listen, Mark,
But it's easier to say when you're older. It's not that hard.
I would say the part I agree with is maybe the criticism was disproportionate.
Right.
But I would say all of these guys are highly compensated and open to criticism, as anybody in the public eye is.
There you go. We're going to get the roll Moody there to complete it up with the tip. 56 seconds to go. That's part two of the Wiggins story.
Yes, but I'm so thrilled.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Me too, to see his growth, to see his maturity, to see the way he flourished in that system.
There were a lot of people, there's part two, that thought the Warriors had been had, took, and bamboozled on the D'Lo trade. Right? With Wiggins coming back the other way, talking about the contract being excessive and the years left. I think they got return on investment already. Moody inside. And one.
That is undoubtedly return on investment. And I love that McClung's still pushing it. This guy plays so hard.
He's got 19. Moody.
I'm saying, he's scored it. How about the no-look pass? He does everything fast and aggressive and assertive, McClung.
To put a period on the Warriors, I wouldn't want to pay that tax.
I think they're all right.
Hey, Doris, I've been out with you. You can't be falling on a budget. We both know that.
Listen, there's only one of us wearing a certain kind of shoe right now, and it ain't me.
Got a foul in the corner as McBride tried to launch. Folks, NBA 2K23 Summer League action continues Saturday on NBA TV with a quadruple header. Toronto, Philadelphia starts it off at 3:30. Boston, Miami after that. Atlanta, Utah. And the nightcap has the Clippers taking on the guys from the Grind City, the Bluff City, Memphis. John Brent recently signing a Supermax deal. Well done, well deserved.
Which player tweeted out after their, extension? Mom, we were okay before. I don't know what this is. I can't remember who tweeted that.
It could be a lot. It could be a few of them. McBride knocks down the first free throw. About a 5-second difference between the shot and game clock. One out front. Working against McBride. Make a sprint into that ball screen. Witherspoon draws the foul. And we'll get fair. Witherspoon made his summer debut Tuesday against Miami in the California Classic. Led Golden State in scoring. He had 14 points, knocks down the first here. He was waived by the Warriors last year in camp. Got a 10-day that December. And a two-way week later. He's got 7. Launched by McBride, a little bit strong. Grimes couldn't get it out of bounds. That's going to be the end of the first half. Folks, stick around because coming up at halftime, Cassidy and our Dave Meneman will be talking all things purple and gold. Lakers. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Allstate, where anyone who bundles their home and auto insurance saves. Isn't that right, Phil?
Sorry, I'm a little busy.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm in the metaverse, bundling my home and auto insurance.
Why don't you just do that in the real world?
Because now I can bundle in space. What's this?
Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto. Call the local agent or 1-888-ALL-STATE for a quote today.
There is no perfect, only practice.
Why is iced tea our yoga teacher?
It's probably the Honey Nut Cheerios. He found out they can help lower cholesterol. Now he's taking care of his heart in fun new ways.
You are a seed growing into a sturdy oak tree.
Feel the rush of performance at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
For the first time in Hollywood,
anticipated home run derby of all time. The T-Mobile Home Run Derby. Monday, July 18th.
Pat needed a provider she could lean on, so she switched to Cox Business. The latest Wi-Fi technology keeps everyone connected, thanks to 99.9% network reliability. Plus, our security suite helps keep patient data safe. With speed options up to 10 gigs, 24/7 support from Cox Business, Pat can focus on supporting her patients.
Let's dive in.
What about your back?
It's fine.
Advil Dual Action fights pain two ways. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. Advil Dual Action.
Among my patients, I often see them have teeth sensitivity as well as gum issues. Does it worry me? Absolutely. Sensodyne sensitivity and gum gives us the dual action effect that really takes care of both our teeth sensitivity as well as our gum issues. There's no question it's something that I would recommend.
In the NBA 2K23 Las Vegas Summer League halftime here between the Knicks and Warriors. The final game at Thomas and Mack coming up at 9 Eastern features the Lakers and the Suns. A lot of Lakers fans already in the house. And we're now joined by our NBA reporter, Dave McMenamin, who covers the Lakers closely. And Dave, obviously a lot of rumors surrounding the Lakers. What else is new? But specifically about Kyrie Irving, what insight can you tell us about a possible trade to the Lakers for Kyrie?
Well, Cassie, as the entire NBA world has waited for a tangible update what's going to happen with the Lakers and Kyrie Irving, what I can tell you is, meanwhile, behind the scenes, the Lakers have also talked to the Indiana Pacers about a multi-player deal. Now, I'm told that those talks basically went nowhere. The Pacers didn't believe that the Lakers gave good enough of an offer to continue having that conversation. And the question is, are the Lakers doing that as a viable plan B? Or are they doing it because they didn't think that the Brooklyn Nets were being serious about trading Kyrie to them? And those are the kind of dominoes we have to find out as they fall moving forward, which is the most feasible path to the Lakers to get better. Because they are not done. They need to make deals, or one deal or multiple deals, between now and training camp to get their team back to contending status.
And look, this is not just about the rookies. There's a lot of deals and conversations happening in these stands. And also for LA, a new era, Darvin Ham taking over. How is he integrating his system and his way of coaching so far?
Well, you can see his fingerprints all over the roster pieces that they got this offseason. Young, athletic, defensive-minded, tough-nosed, player accountability. And that's what he wants to do as a culture piece with the Lakers next year. Obviously, Frank Vogel did wonders on the defensive end when the team was healthy, but there was a lot of things that went wrong last year, and they feel like they have the right voice for this team in this moment. Darvin Ham so far is making himself a popular name in Los Angeles. Of course, it all matters when the ball tips in October. It'll be about wins and losses, whether that message actually counts or not.
And Darvin Ham is going to be speaking with the media later. And of course, our Dave McMenamin will be all over that. Tune in to ESPN.com for his coverage. And the Lakers and Suns coming your way at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. And coming up, your second half action between the Knicks and Warriors coming your way after the break, live from Las Vegas.
Here's to those with homework this summer, group projects, and workshops. Here's to those with morning meetings, networking events, and Zoom sessions. Here's to those with summer jobs and the truck that goes to work with them. Ram, built to serve.
Shop and buy online with Ram eShop. And these days, every dollar counts. So take advantage of this great offer from Ram Trucks.
Ice cream.
Boom.
Sour Patch Kids bits.
Boom.
A slush.
Take a bite, and then we'll all harmonize.
Okay, ready?
Sonic Sour Patch Kids slush float. Sign me up.
We're a girl group now.
Sign me up.
We recognize your genius. All you need is opportunity. And the NBA Foundation is here to help America's Black youth create, build, and grow careers. We're investing in your future because we're dedicated to helping young people like you win in whatever arena you choose.
Your cousin is a gift, and I just want to be.
Hepatitis C,
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
Age before beauty? Why not both? Visibly diminished wrinkled skin in just 2 days. New Quick Corrector Lotion, only from Gold Bond. Champion your skin.
Back everyone to the NBA 2K23 Summer League from Irradiant, Las Vegas, Nevada. Here at the Thomas and Mack Center, getting ready to start the 4th quarter. But first, Moses Moody and Quentin Grimes wired for sound.
Hey, Matt, go get out there for that double team. They go get out of for that double team. We can't get back. Let's get defense. They play physical. Hey, they play physical too.
All right, back here inside as we get ready to start the 3rd quarter play. 3-point ball game.
But Moses Moody was outstanding in that half.
What do you make about his 20 points and how he got them, Doris? Anything jump off the page unique-wise?
Yeah, I just think my favorite part about it was the free throws. He was 7 for 7 from the foul line. Thought played within himself. His pace was excellent. And beyond the basketball contributions, it was his leadership. His voice was all over that half. He's got to take a step, right? You think about Gary Payton, the second down, Otto Porter, JTA, Damian Lee. I know obviously not all his position, but they had a lot of departures.
That is the equivalent of opportunity for the Golden State Warriors. Speaking of opportunity, James Wiseman will be back in uniform for preseason, maybe before. And James joining us right now. Big fella, thanks for joining us and getting mic'd up on the sidelines. We're really looking forward to seeing you back on the court. First things first, saw a video of you working out, playing a little 5-on-5. How's the body and how's the knee coming along?
It's great. I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm not rushing anything, but it's just a great process. It's a blessing just to be out here, just to be playing again. So I'm just grateful for that.
So our understanding, James, is that you played a little bit of 5-on-5. I'm curious, how does that feel when you're able to finally do that? Because your surgery was obviously back in April of 2021. We know young people aren't the most patient of people, particularly when you're missing something you love. So can you describe what it was like for you to finally get some 5-on-5 runs?
Like I said, it's just a blessing. I've been through a lot of hard times, especially during my rehab process. And like you said, Doris, me being young, it's very hard for me. It's a great done.
Yeah, it was.
It's a great process. I'm just blessed to be back, and I've been in the gym just working every day. So.
James, we are extremely excited about seeing you, preferably sooner rather than later as McClung gets that one to go. And any possibility that we might see you a little bit during the Summer League here?
Yeah, most definitely. Probably next week or probably sometimes a couple of days, but we just got to figure it out. Make sure everything is good first before I start playing. But I really feel good. I'm in great shape. My knee is still phenomenal. So I can't wait to be out there.
James, usually, we have somebody in our life that kind of could get us through hard times. Was there somebody in particular you leaned on, or maybe more than one person? And how did they keep your spirits up?
I say my mom, my sister for sure. They was there when I had my surgery. They was there through it all. So really just those two people in my life was very special, and they helped me through this process for sure.
Leave it to the women in the house, James Wiseman. what do you think of your guys? I think one thing that surprised Mark and I is, number one, how hard playing this group is defensively, and in particular from your teammate Moses Moody. We saw you react. We'd have you come over here and be an analyst if they'd let you. But tell us what you're seeing from Moses Moody.
He's very aggressive. He's very attentive, like really in the huddles. He's just locked in right now, and he's just been putting in work this whole summer. And I just watching him play right now. It's really phenomenal. Like, he put in a lot of work. So.
James, you averaged 11 and 6 in the sample size that you were able to be out there earlier. What kind of player are we going to see? How are you going to look different, if at all, when you come back to the court, whether it be here in Summer League or in the preseason?
That's really just my athleticism. Being able to run the floor and just rebound and just block shots, protect the rim. But really just going out there and having a smile on my face, because I haven't played it so long, so I can't wait to be out there.
Tell me about your three-point shooting. How much of an emphasis has there been on that?
I've been putting in work on my three-point shooting, but I've been doing mostly like just really my post moves, my footwork, and just running the floor and just getting back in shape. So.
Yeah, in terms of spacing the floor, people always talk about jump shooting, and the Warriors do that better than anybody in terms of spacing the floor with a three-point shooting. But what about the vertical spacing that you might add to this team?
Yeah, just being in a dunker spot, just making sure I work that area, and just setting great screens, hard screens, and really just playing in the system, just playing my role, and just playing my role to the best of my ability.
James, I have to ask you about Steph Curry, what kind of teammate he is, and I think maybe something gets slept on in terms of his competitive spirit, because Game 4, that performance was truly extraordinary. I thought the series changed there. Can you give us a sense of what he is like on a day-to-day basis for you young guys in particular?
Man, Steph is a great guy. He taught me a lot. Just by me just sitting down this year and just observing everything, especially the playoffs. I asked a lot of questions, and he's just a great guy. He's an all-around great guy on and off the court, and he's just a great leader. Him, Dre, Clay, Andre Iguodala, everybody is a great leader on that team, great vets, and I'm just blessed to be around.
We're looking at a shot at Draymond, your teammate on the sidelines here. Tell me about the last conversation you've had with Dre. What was it about? When was it? How recent?
I messed up on the play. I think it was last year, and we had that conversation, and he most definitely gave me a lot of advice. But Draymond's a great guy. He taught me a lot, and he's going to keep teaching me a lot in the future, and he's just a great guy all around.
The truth tellers are the ones you want in your life, James Wiseman, even when it's hard to hear.
Yes, sir.
James, we want to thank you for joining us.
Such a pleasure talking to you, young man. We cannot wait to see you. We wish you all the best of health.
Yes, man. Doris, thank you.
So said maybe next week.
Yes. Or maybe next few days.
Next few days.
Yeah.
Hanging on those words from now. And boy, Hunt is really doing his thing out here this afternoon, or this evening. He's got 13 on a very efficient 6 of 9. I remember coming out of Memphis, and he only played a handful of games in college, Wiseman.
Yeah.
The comp that I kept hearing was Chris Bosh. Wow. And showtime. Hunt with a little room service. And the Knicks lead is up to 3 with 7:17 to go. Feron Hunt giving everyone an education in elevation. Back after this.
Discover intuitive technology at the latest Golden Opportunity sales event.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Fernando, he's here.
Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new caramel drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard? That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait, for 2 MLB All-Stars? Play it cool.
DQ. That could taste good.
Live from England. The UEFA Women's Euro 2022.
She's done it! They can finally celebrate.
Hail to the Queens of Europe. Netherlands, Sweden. Tomorrow on ESPN2.
Hunting shots, hunting dunks, catching bodies and putting guys in the hole tonight. Putting on a show. Maybe an early entrant into the slam dunk contest. Maybe Obi Toppin might have something to say about that, his teammate. Meanwhile, the Knicks have surged ahead by 3. Moody off the screen. One more into the corner. It's tipped away from 7:05 to go here in the third quarter. Mark Jones chopping it up courtside with Doris Burke and Cassidy Hubbard. Game number 1. Coming up after this one tonight. It'll be the Phoenix Suns in action. Look at them. 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Back after this.
Always 2 for $6. Every day. Oh, it's got ranch on it. Oh, it's got ranch on it. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right, because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right, because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
Life can be a lot to handle.
This magic.
But Heinz knows there's plenty of magic in all that chaos.
So different and so new. What's lacking in others?
Get business internet from Verizon, the network businesses rely on. Ditch cable and switch to Verizon reliable solutions nationwide. Find the perfect solution for your business from the network businesses rely on.
Tell them what happened here today.
Thor: Love and Thunder is an epic adventure. Yes! It's sensational and altogether thrilling. I'm counting on that. The best Thor film yet.
Awesome. When do we leave?
Thor: Love and Thunder. Rated PG-13. Hit theaters everywhere now.
Here comes the rivalry on Sunday Night Baseball.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
NBA 2K23 Summer League action continues Saturday. Oh, look at that juicy one on the menu. 4 o'clock Eastern Time, Orlando, Paolo Banchero against Keegan Murray and the Sacramento Kings. And it's Pistons, Washington, OKC, Houston, Pelicans, Portland. Got a great look at Keegan Murray in the California Classic. Averaged 20 a game in the 3 runs the Kings played. They won the California Classic title. It's going to be a nice showdown tomorrow between those 2 stars. Moody with the pump fake, got it off in time. Splash.
Well, I love the ball movement. Love that it finds that guy at the end of the shot clock.
Boy, what a night he's having. 28 here in the third quarter. The meter's still running for Moses Moody.
Looks like they dropped into his zone here, Mark.
Hunt with the drive, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Got the stop.
Shot clock dwindling, but the ball movement was on point. Look at Moody. I said earlier, he's playing with great pace. So he saw the shot clock, understood he had the time to get that defender committed. Nice, easy 3.
That's the game at 55, and now the Warriors with possession after the offensive foul.
It's hot in this building. It's 108 degrees outside. That's unfair.
Don't forget to bring a sweater. Utah against Sims out top. Here's Weatherspoon. Heels nicely throwing out those hips, fighting over the screen. Weatherspoon a little bit strong, and Sims clear. Still waiting to see something from this guy, Trevor Keels, out of Duke. Nice pass to Grimes, who couldn't cash. What do you think of Mac McClung as a point guard? Could have got way above athlete. I think I like that shot. Huh. Hit him with the okie doke.
I like his size. I like his aggression. I think his size could be problematic.
Okay.
How many times did we see him, in particular in the first half, drive into traffic, take an awkward back-bending fall-away shot? But now back-to-back where he hits high.
Yep.
So.
Great change of speed there by McClung. Warriors up by a bucket.
I love the aggression. I love the mindset, too, Mark.
Yeah. Heels with the lob. Sims with the punch. Jericho Sims knocks the game at 57. In 21 minutes, putting together a pretty impressive stat line. 7 points and 10 rebounds.
There is nothing nonchalant about that athletic ability, but this guy just throws that down and walks back calmly like I didn't do a thing. So nonchalant after that finish.
Very stoic countenance on the young man. Jericho Sims out of Texas, 23 years old, was the 58th pick last year in the Knicks. Signed a 3-year deal on Friday, reportedly just under $6 million.
Climbed his way into the rotation last year, Mark. Earned the trust of Tom Thibodeau as a rookie, and that is hard to do, folks.
He's trying to focus on improving as a hard roller. He's a hard slammer. Got that part down, Doris.
You see what I mean? He just jogs back like I didn't do a thing.
And really good rim protection at the other end, too.
Well, I mean, the feet. It's all about the speed, the lateral quickness, rim protection. I mean, we gotta play the dunk. Forget about the good defense. Like this great execution from the sideline, and then the multiple effort play on the defensive end.
Wow, he's got some bounce.
Yes, he does.
At 6'10", 245. Minneapolis native from a basketball family. Dad Charles played at University of Minnesota. Brother Jason played at Northern Iowa. Brother Ty played at Kansas State. Woo! Bucket won't count, but a nice highlight nonetheless by Moses Moody. Feeling himself a little bit on that one. I would too. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. McBride out front. Well, Sims was rolling hard, looking for the lob, didn't get it. Instead, they hit the three from the corner. Jeffries. Stephon Jeffries.
He was talking to Moses Moody on his way back up the floor. Maybe he doesn't know how many Moody's got.
Yeah, well, he's got 3 more. Bring that up. That jumper's wet tonight. Moses Moody. 1. On cross court. Oh, man, Moody was holding Sims like a grudge. I'm talking about 2 hands around the waist. It's going to be side out of bounds. Moody knew he lacked good defensive position. Committed the foul. 4 minutes to go. 2-point Knicks lead. Moody with 31. His NBA career high in the regular season is 30.
That's a game.
Sims. Oh, big body fence move by Jericho Sims.
But look at the frame. He's got to finish with that frame and that athleticism. How much growth is there for this guy on the offensive end? I mean, we know what he is. He's a vertical threat, obviously. Took his time to finish that one.
Doris, when I look at those shoulders, makes me wish I had stayed in the weight room a little bit longer this morning.
Just don't stand next to him.
Completes a 3-point play. Knicks up by 5. And Jericho Sims with an impressive double-double. 12 points, 10 rebounds. He's changed a bunch of shots as well at the defensive end. Good defensive pressure by Grimes. Moody. Boy, Santos was wide open for three. They couldn't find him.
No, the pressure from the New York Knicks is it McBride who tied him up for the jump? I think it is. I love this guy. 6'2", 200 pounds of nothing but hard defensive play in Miles McBride.
That's how you get on the floor for Coach Tom Thibodeau.
He's talked, Mark, about challenging himself to be able to lead guys, even if they're older than he is.
Witherspoon, a little step back, Biddy. And when Darius Witherspoon makes it a three-point game, he has 9. Up top, it's McBride. On the switch at the bigger defender and hits the long 3. Lead is up to 6 with 3 minutes to go here in the third. He's got 14.
He's got 3 threes, 3 for 7, McBride.
Santos calls for the ball screen. Snakes it nicely. Sims made him change his shot, threw up a wild one. Didn't connect. Hunt gliding in. Missed the layup, though. With Derry Witherspoon in the front court for the Warriors. This time they find Santos. Knicks have numbers. Hunt. And 1.
Okay, he's leaking out a lot. That ball is changing hands, and Hunt is ahead of the play every time. Second possession in a row. All she had to do is push ahead by the Knicks to share the basketball.
Western split time between the G League teams of the Mavs and the Knicks. Westchester Knicks on the Warriors. To the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play. It's the opening game for both these teams. We got underway last night with a couple of games. But how good was Paolo Banchero last night? Everything as advertised, and then a little bit. Off the steal, Grimes, another Knicks fast break, and another punch. Lead up to double figures now. You said it earlier, Doris. Early in the first quarter, we saw the defensive pressure by both these teams, and the Knicks exhibiting theirs now. Nice drop pass by Grimes, and they finish it off with a layup.
They are playing so hard, turning Golden State over. This is where Moses Moody has got to get control of his basketball team and get them a good shot.
And he's the best man for the job. Fouled on the 3 ball. He'll get 3 shots. You called it, Doris.
But to your point, back to Banchero, I mean, 6'10", 250 pounds.
He told us 6'10" and a half.
Yes, he did, because I asked him. Because he's both, bigger in terms of the thickness and strength of his arms and legs, but how skilled. I mean, he's multi-tooled. Better defensively than I thought. And I'm going to say this about Jabari Smith, but when he plays with the real team, he's going to look like a totally different guy. Banchero can take it off the window, Ray can create his own. Smith can too, to a lesser degree, but I know, we can't overreact. I just think Jabari's
we can't overreact.
He's going to be just fine. I don't
in a positive way.
Right,
yeah.
Yes.
Now, Hunt, after taking that spill on the three-point play, lifts over to the Knicks bench and has taken a seat with under 1.5 to go here. Chris Montero played for Overtime Elite last year, 19 years old. Potter kicks it out on the short roll. Jeffries, nice passing by the Knicks. And Michael Potter out of Ohio State and Wisconsin slams it home. He was G League All-Rookie last year with Sioux Falls. Boy, Santos is crafty, isn't he? Left that jumper short. Got a 3-on-2 coming back the other way. Montero. Grimes runs out to the three-point line. They run him off of it. Knicks almost turned it over.
Frenetic play, to say the least.
Possession got a little bit sloppy. Might have been guilty of overpassing just a little bit. Folks, scan the QR code to download the NBA app for every update this summer. Get ready for the upcoming season. Following all the big moves and breaking news, and right there on the screen you see Darvin Ham, new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. You'll see his Lakers coming up next. That's Alvin Gentry and Matt Barnes with him. And Darvin Ham, a tremendous assistant coach for so many years with Mike Budenholzer in Milwaukee. Prior to that, in Atlanta, has been an assistant coach in Los Angeles before, but he is a coach who has been qualified for years to be a head coach, and now he's going to get his opportunity. Kuminga with the midi, got it.
Much more settled play there by Kuminga.
Slowed it down a little bit, right?
He slowed it down, let the game come to him. Efficient use of the dribble into the pure jump shot.
That was his first field goal. He's got two. And on the tie-up, we're going to have a jump ball. Justin Sleva. Jump it up. It's Keels. The Warriors control. Moving against Jeffries. That's going to be a blocking foul. 8.2 to go. And that's going to be free throws. Moody going back to the free throw line to add to his total of 32. Knocks down the first. Moody getting a little floor time in the NBA Finals against the Celtics. He might have got under the radar a little bit. He became the first team to score in the NBA Finals. Had only 2 points. Still counts since Darko Milicic did it back in 2005.
Wow.
A name that will live ignominiously in the thoughts of many.
Detroit fans in particular.
Yes. McBride with 1 to go, got it off. That's the end of the first 3 quarters. The New York Knicks leading by 10. McBride and Grimes doing the heavy lifting in the backcourt when we come.
Use only your mind. Place the order now.
Order up for Dustin.
I don't have any money. What if somebody ordered pizza with their mind?
Actually, now there is a way to order pizza with your mind. With the new Domino's Mind Ordering app.
You'll have Cox home life, so you could see what triggered the porch light. But you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about how a little rain won't stop you from sleeping under the stars. You're thinking by this time next year, she'll be in sleepaway camp with Anna and Sophia. You're not thinking about the front porch. Well, maybe just a little. Stay close to the moments that matter. Cox Home Life will help take care of the rest.
I think we should explore a few solutions.
Grammarly suggestions catch when your tone might undermine your message, and it offers suggestions to make you sound more confident.
Let's explore a few solutions.
Try Grammarly today at Grammarly.com.
When it comes to my flooring needs, Floor & Decor is my go-to to get it all. That's because they've got my back, with the benefits and services I actually want and financing options to help take my business to the next level. Floor & Decor just gets it. With a partner like that, I get more done. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Moses Moody will have to play a larger role for the defending champs next year. He looks every bit the part. From the outset, he's played with incredible pace. He has buoyed them with his scoring. And his scoring has come from every spot on the floor. Up fake, under duress to the shot clock, money three. Keeping them attached, knocking down free throws, doing absolutely everything for this group.
34 points on a very efficient 8 of 11 from the field, including 3 threes. I mean, that snapshot is what you want to see out of a young player like Moody here in Sunday. This is exactly why he's here.
Came on the air saying he and Kuminga should dominate. Yep. One of them has.
Kuminga with just 2 points so far. Jerry Stackhouse in the building tonight. And he'll have his former point guard playing in the next game. The Lakers taking on the Suns. Scottie Pippen Jr. on the floor for the Lakers. Nice backdoor cut by Jeffries and elevates for the finish.
Tremendous look. Great timing on the cut and the pass.
Good hands out top. Montero took Quinones's cornbread and lays it in at the other end. The lead up to 14 now for the Knicks, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Cassidy has more on Hunt's injury. Hunt was playing really well. Cass, what's up?
Yeah, he was putting on a show, but he was evaluated at the end of the third quarter. He has a bruised right hip, but I watched him just give the training staff a thumbs up, so we'll see if he returns to the game with the Knicks having a lead here but not playing for.
Boy, an impressive shot, Cassidy, by Kuminga. Spinning and connecting on the baseline. The second field goal. Inside, one more out to Jessup. Good closeout by the Knicks. Bounce pass never made it to its target. And Kuminga turns it over. 8:39 to go.
Kuminga frustrated.
Yeah.
He's been frustrated much of the night.
Montero. And on the turnover, pass never found its way to Trevor Keels. That's the 11th turnover. There's a look at Hunt on the bench. He had some electrifying plays here tonight.
Feels like Kuminga's been pressing all night. You can make things happen, but you can't force things into happening.
Do a little too much. Ball tipped out of bounds. Quinones has tried to get it to Santos.
Look at his face. You can tell how frustrated he is.
I'm here to work out the kinks, though. Jessup with the three. Montero brings it up court for New York. McBride. Boy, they had Potter on the quick post up. But they take the three and knock it home. Pardon me, a long two by Jeffries. Well, Jeffries has really not skipped a beat since coming back from playing with USA Basketball and FIBA qualifying. Kuminga, everything but the bucket at the end, and see a little bit more of that frustration for us. Mahalela, the Summer League head coach for the Golden State Warriors. As I mentioned before, got to start with the Toronto Raptors. Raptors 9:05. That's the other great thing. I've mentioned it before about Summer League. We get a chance to hear and see some different voices calling the shots during the summer.
That's what Kenny Atkinson was talking about, right? The opportunity to call the shots, running the practices, delivering the criticism.
Yep.
Sometimes it's good to hear from the other parent.
Different messenger. And they can tune both of you out.
That's right.
Deals off the double stagger. Jeffries kicks it back out. McBride. Big time rebound by Weatherspoon.
McBride looks much more confident taking those threes.
Kuminga off the hesitation, fouled as he tried to pull. That's going to go against Montero. He got hit in the face. Swinging a chop. It'll be sideline out of bounds. No shots for Jonathan Kuminga.
I'm surprised at that. I thought he was in his gather for sure.
No review scores. No challenges. We're in a challenge-free zone.
Keep it moving. No blood, no foul.
Silva setting a screen for Santos. Good to see Hunt back in the ballgame to New York. Jessup with a tough shot that goes. Wow. Lead is down to 12. Who's still in it? Witherspoon staying with McBride. Now they switch. McBride. Contested mid-range, short. Good defense by Jessup on that sequence. Now it's Santos with McCollum getting ready to check back in. Kuminga on the ISO. Got it blocked by Sims. Comes right back to Selva. Smooth little step through.
They're keeping the pressure on Mark Jones. The Knicks have been at their best when they've played off their defense, gotten themselves into transition.
Deep three by Grimes and laces that three.
Oh, he's got range, doesn't he? Smooth stroke, quick release, gets it off.
16 in the ball game for him, Doris. Past the midway point, or approaching the midway point of these 10-minute quarters. Kuminga through traffic. And now he looks like he's actually forcing it and hunting a little too much. Off the miss, the rebound back to the Knicks. They can afford to be a little bit deliberate right now, leading by 13. Under 6 minutes to play. Grimes, little sidestep three. Santos got deep. Witherspoon missed the follow. And Sleva with the finish. Sleva with the bucket makes it 86-75. Don't forget, coming up next, the Suns and the Lakers. Sims with a nice roll.
Yeah, Grimes making the play. Really good decision, quick release of the pass.
I wonder how many minutes are going to be available with Brunson coming aboard in free agency for the Knicks. They've already got Fournier. The Kemba Walker experiment never quite panned out for the Knicks.
Think about who the Knicks ran at their point guard position. We'll talk about that on the other side. Interesting things happening in that backcourt. More when we come back.
NBA 2K23 Summer League is presented by NBA 2K23. Answer the call.
You might think you don't belong because of what you look like or where you come from. But don't wait to see someone else do it first. Want doesn't look like anything, and it can't come from anywhere but within.
Oh, I've travelled all over the country talking about saving with Geico. But that's the important bit, isn't it? Showing up, saying, hello, fancy a nice chat. And then we talk like two old friends about sticky buns and all the savings you could get by bundling your home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact.
Hey.
Do you feel that? We just had a moment. Who thought it?
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
Do you want some more?
Wait till you see me on the downhill.
See you at home.
Enjoy advanced safety at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Well, Jalen Brunson really had a breakout season with the Dallas Mavericks last year, and many people predicted that he would have this kind of success when they got him as a second-round pick. Great scouting by the Mavericks. That's the good news for them. The bad news is they lose him in free agency on a 4-year, reported $102 million deal to the New York Knicks. Sims detonating high above the rim. Sorry, I had to break my thought.
It's ridiculous. That was worth it, Mark.
Jalen Brunson had that really eye-opening game, Doris, when Luka Doncic was injured against Utah. On the road, first couple of games, Jalen Brunson arguably was the best player on the floor for both teams.
So 79 games, 61 starts. Giants can't get that one to fall. Think about it. They played Luka and Jalen together to get Luka off the ball, to take some of the pressure off. Nice move, everything but the finish by Moody. But my question is, so I said going to break, who are the point guards as the N1 goes for Grimes? And this is timely by Grimes. You ran Alec Burks and a hobbled Kemba Walker at the point guard position.
Right. Traded now to Detroit.
Right. So you mentioned that in Fournier. But if Brunson's your starting point guard, Fournier's strength is not the defensive end.
Right.
So is the guy at the free throw line the answer? Because he's bigger bodied. Emmanuel quickly obviously has established himself in the rotation at the point guard position, but he too is small.
Right.
Where look at Grimes' frame. I mean, that's 6'5", 200.
Dilemma, yeah.
6'5", 205 pounds.
A little more size.
That playmaking play he made on that one move from the elbow to get Grimes to the ball. Like, I'm loving that play on the New York Knicks.
And just a slight modification to the graphic we saw a moment ago. That was made a little bit ago, a few hours ago, and since that time, Taj Gibson has been cut loose by the New York Knicks, expected reportedly to sign with the Washington Wizards.
Taj didn't have to wait long for that deal.
Great bet, still ball, and wonderful in the locker room. Whistle on the foul underneath as Witherspoon is trying to get loose. The lead swelling to 20 right now.
And there's what they hope is the answer to the absence of Taj Gibson.
He looks ready, Doris.
He sure does.
I know people will say as a qualifier, it's only summer league, quote unquote, but tell you what, we saw him during the regular season and he looked out of place by any stretch. Witherspoon couldn't corral the pass. And here's Grimes. Going to right at the defender. Nice step through. Count it, the bucket, the hoop, and the horn.
This guy's been tremendous. 23 points. He's taken 14 threes. He's got 8 assists. And this was one man to beat. And he said, this one man is not enough to keep me from scoring. Excellent use of the left hand. Showed us big, strong, tough, competitive.
Tell you what, he's from a very athletic background. His brother Tyler Myers plays for the NHL's Vancouver Canucks. First set of brothers to play simultaneously, Doris, in the NHL and the NBA. That's a short list.
That's pretty cool.
Did I ever tell you I could skate?
I have no doubt.
Oh, no, I'm good on those plays. Good on those plays. Back after this.
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon Machado, didn't have the fighting spirit to draw out his passion, he never would have turned chrome into a canvas. If he let a lack of tools stop him, he never would have started tattooing using a homemade machine. And if he listened to those who said you need an art degree, he never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
In the future, we'll travel to incredible places with the help of magical technology.
But what about today? I want my magical future now. I have places to go. Rocks to climb. Sights to see. And flights to catch. I can't wait for what tomorrow will bring. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the ride.
Order for a Sour Patch Kids slush float.
How about the Sour Patch Kids?
I'm on the ice cream.
Sonic Sour Patch Kids slush float.
The ladies' final tomorrow at 9 a.m. on ESPN. It is weekend, the WNBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago Saturday. On ESPN, we'll have a three-point contest skills challenge at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Sunday, the 18th annual All-Star Game on ABC at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Both are also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. And
come on, how about that shot? The woman with a basketball in her hands. Nothing better.
With the Arkansas Razorback shirt. Ooh, Big Suey. We got a Razorback doing big things out here tonight. Moody for Golden State, although his team is down big right now. 23 with under 3 minutes to go. Blair with the jumper. Mentioned Eric Musselman, the head coach at Arkansas, Moody's collegiate coach. I remember watching his father, Bill, coach in the NBA, even in the what was then it's not even the precursor to the G League, precursor to the NBDL, the Continental Basketball Association. Yep.
There's some coaches from
Great basketball
CBA.
fan, yeah. Coach Musselman, great coach at Arkansas, had a great season. Got some talent coming in again. Utah with the miss at the free throw. Former NBA coach, too. He coached the Warriors for a bit. Sacramento Kings as well. Utah goes 0 for 2. Crooks out top, a little delay action set. Pass by Rose, never made it. Long, nice move to the bucket. Doris, you pointed it out. He's getting by people with great ease here tonight.
He lives your mantra of ball out till you fall out.
Mm-hmm. With 2 minutes to go. Sims, little dribble handoff. Tough shot goes for MJ Walker. Florida State Seminole, 24 years old, drafted in 2021. Played for the legend Leonard Hamilton. Utah, after missing those foul shots, the Knicks on the 3. This one on the way to going into the books in favor of the New York Knicks. Don't forget, coming up next, it'll be the Suns and the Lakers. Sims from deep.
Knicks are impressive, Mark. 21-4 advantage for much of this game and fast break points. They got separation every time with the defense and the pressure they applied. McClung gets another one.
The New York Knicks Summer League head coach Dice Yoshimoto really had the guys ready coming into this game. Blair on the switch, working against Utah. And that's going to be a foul against the Warriors. That's the fact that Dice, that's what his close friends call him. Dice has been with Coach Tibbs for a while. Chicago, Minnesota, now in New York. Blair missing good motion. And Sagana Jop on the Knicks bench here in summertime as well. Former assistant coach with the Utah Jazz. Jazz with the new head coach. So Hardy becomes the youngest one in the NBA. This kind of job. Remember when he came over to us as a 19-year-old rookie player in the NBA. Santos on the drive, and he draws the foul. New York Knicks outscoring Golden State 59-38 in the second half so far.
Go ahead, your story about Jop when he first came over.
Just remember his acclimation process as a rookie with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember when he was later traded for the Dallas Mavericks. Big guy telling me one time, Mark, I'm really excited. I said, what's up? He said, well, I went shopping at the grocery store, bought a bunch of fresh groceries for my mom who's coming to visit me from Africa to cook for a week or two. And as a young kid in the league, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. Homesickness was a little bit of a factor before. Blair hands it off.
As I said, leave it to the women in the house, Mark Jones.
I've always been on women doors. Always.
I know that about you, and I appreciate it.
Sidestep 3 is off the mark. Trying to figure out the way to watch that WNBA All-Star game on ABC while working at the same time.
I've seen you with multiple screens in front of you.
Oh, you tell my secrets now.
Yeah.
Santos on the drive. Kicks it out to Utah. Gets another 3 to go. Too little, too late, though. This one is Cook, plays, and slice. New York Knicks win it. 101-88. Grimes with a big game. Kuminga started to find his rhythm in the second half a little bit, but it was Moses Moody who was the star of the game for the Golden State Warriors and the high scorer in this run tonight. He finished up with 34, albeit in a losing effort. But Grimes came here, said he wanted to dominate. We'll try and get a word with him as he walks off the court, as the Suns of the Lakers get ready for the second game of our doubleheader here tonight at Thomas and Mack. If you come out to Summerlin, hey, there's another game going on right now across the way at the Cox Pavilion. Let's go to Cassidy.
When you came out recently and said you wanted to come to Summer League and dominate, and you certainly finished strong, finishing with 24 points. How do you feel the game came to you tonight throughout this one in your second Summer League season?
Boy. Yeah, that was really, we've been missing like 3 or 4 guys. So this was our first time coming out to the court playing as a team. I feel after the first half, I settled down, got into my rhythm. Oh boy, got into my flow. And then coming the second half and just kind of want to do what I want to do and come out and dominate.
And there was an athletic play throughout as Hunt just rubbed his shoulders, with Hunt attacking, Jericho with his alley-oops. How would you describe the athleticism of this group?
Man, Jericho's athleticism is out of this world. He's not a human. You see, I'm going to throw it anywhere and let him go get it. But that's my guy. We're going to try to come out here and win every game with him.
Congrats on the win and thanks for taking the time. Jonesy?
All right, thanks a lot, Cass. The Knicks, the winners tonight. And their opener, the Golden State Warriors, try and get one in their next run here at Thomas and Mack. Cassidy will have a lot more on the other side prior to our next game between the Los Angeles Lakers, who are taking the court right now. We'll get a look at one of their hopefuls, Scottie Pippen Jr., running the show at the point for the Lakers as they take on the Suns, and Ish Wainwright and others. Back with more right after this short break.
Fernando, he's here.
Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new caramel drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard? That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait, for 2 MLB All-Stars? Play it cool.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Fishing helps ease my mind. Kind of like having Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Whoa! Minions of biting today.
Minions, the Rise of Gru, only in theaters.
Hey!
The Edge Pizza from Pizza Hut is back. Loaded with toppings all the way to the edge of a thin and crispy crust. I think I just blacked out and ate like 6 slices. Where am I? Am I on a Pizza Hut commercial? The Edge from Pizza Hut. No one out Pizza Hut.
Here's to those with homework this summer, group projects, and workshops. Here's to those with morning meetings, networking events, and Zoom sessions. Here's to those with summer jobs and the truck that goes to work with them. Ram, built to serve.
Every dollar counts these days, so take advantage of this great offer from Ram Trucks.
Here it comes, boys. The rivalry on Sunday Night Baseball.
It's the real deal. It's Yankees Red Sox again. This rivalry, so exciting. It's like a religion.
New York, Boston, here we are.
Black is not to be told.
It is to unfold.
It is to unfold.
Unravel.
And travel.
Across the breaths.
Stretching.
And pulling.
Threading.
And heading to places you ain't never seen.
Places you ain't never seen. And that's just off top.
And that's just off top. It's ever in motion and multitude.
Both the key and the line. It is involved and evolving.
Ingenious and in progress.
Blackness in full and at home. In the landscape.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, and we're moments away from the Lakers and Suns here at Thomas and Mack Center. I'm here with two familiar names on the Lakers Summer League team. We have Scottie Pippen Jr. and we have Shareef O'Neal, two members, as I said, of the Lakers Summer League team. And Scottie, this is your first Summer League here in Las Vegas, but you guys just participated in the California Classic. What did you learn about your game there that you hope to apply here in Las Vegas?
Just getting familiar with my teammates. We got a little week to practice. We get a little jump start on a lot of these teams and get to know each other.
And Shareef, look, you've been pretty honest about how, your father, Shaquille O'Neal, wanted you to stay in school, but you said that this is something you felt like you needed to do. What are your short-term goals going forward here?
I just want to keep fighting. I went through a lot, and, I just want to do what I've always dreamed of, playing basketball. As long as I'm playing basketball, I'm happy. I'm going to keep working. I put in a lot of work, and, to be on this stage with someone like Scottie, is amazing. So.
You talk about how much you've been through. It was just in 2018 that you had that open heart surgery. How have those challenges impacted how you view your opportunities ahead of you right now?
It is, I didn't take life for granted, but, now that I went through all that, it just makes me want to get the stuff faster, it makes me work harder, and, it made me mature a lot. And I went through a couple rough years, and it's always back in the past now, so I'm ready to hoop. That's all. I'm just ready to play.
And you guys are both undrafted, so you're looking to prove something out here. And Scottie, I just want to set something straight. Look, your name is Scottie Pippen Jr., but you spell it with a Y, not an I-E. Is there a backstory to that?
No, my dad's name's with a Y as well. He just changed it with an I-E, but we're both the same.
Wait, is this breaking news about Scottie Pippen Sr. that your dad? Why? So why he actually?
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
Wow, I think as a former Bulls fan, as I have to say that to stay neutral, my mind is a little blown. But good luck today, and appreciate you guys spending the time with me. Jonesy, Scottie Pippen actually spells it with a Y. But you know what? Something else that is exciting to see is LeBron James in the house to watch the Lakers fans fully showing out for their team as they're getting ready to take on the Suns. We're just moments away, live here in Las Vegas.
I'm the latest hashtag challenge, and everyone on social media is trying me. I'm trending so hard that hashtag common sense can't keep up.
This is gonna get tens and tens of views. But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you can do nothing to pay for this yourself.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
When you have technology that's easier to control, that can scale across all your clouds,
We got that, right?
Yeah, we got that.
it's easier to be an innovator, so you can do more incredible things.
The delicious Domino's pizza you're looking at is actually yesterday's leftover Domino's pizza. How'd we do it? Simple. We took it fresh out of a Domino's oven. We put it in a Domino's box. Put that box in a Domino's bag. Drove that car to Stacy's house, rang her doorbell, delivered her pizza. Then we kind of did nothing all night. Came back in the morning and used her leftovers to get this perfect shot.
Say what? You made a Domino's commercial with my leftovers? Can you clean up this kitchen while you're at it?
We don't know where things go. So get 2 medium 2-topping pizzas delivered for $6.99 each. Enjoy one tonight, love one tomorrow.
Welcome everyone to the NBA 2K23 Summer League. It's heating up, and that's saying a lot here in the desert, where temperatures today hit 110. But the action getting even hotter inside the Thomas & Mack Center with the Los Angeles Lakers and their loyal followers in wait, taking on the Phoenix Suns here in the second half of our doubleheader tonight. Mark Jones chopping it up courtside, Dorsberg, Cassidy Hubbard, LeBron in the house tonight. A lot of Laker players. Darvin Ham, their new head coaches here. Spoke with him just a moment ago. Electrifying night, always when you have the Lakers on the floor, taking on the Suns. Let's start with Los Angeles. Scottie Pippen Jr. Name rings a bell for you, right? Starting at point guard tonight, Doris.
What a young man. Just a great interview with Cassidy, a guy who has shown out pretty well through some of the games they played in the California Classic. 21 years old, 6'3", 185-pound rookie out of Vanderbilt. They love his handle, his speed, how confident he is. Guy who was in first-team SEC performer. And, yeah, the name should ring a bell.
Yeah, meanwhile, for the Phoenix Suns, a disappointing end to their season when you take a look back. General Manager James Jones of the Phoenix Suns taking a seat here right next to us, courtside. He'll be watching tonight. But one of the guys he'll have his eyes on is Ish Wainwright, a guy who is kind of in that Jake Crowder type mold for the Suns team. A chance for him to do some things here.
He's got a big frame, Mark. He can play that Swiss Army knife, as you said, so meaning 2, 3, and 4 in a pinch. Look at the frame. He could actually be a small ball 5 if you absolutely needed him to. Listen, they're going to give him the keys to this Summer League team. There are other guys that they're looking at, but Ish will lead the way unequivocally.
And Cassidy has a little bit more on Wainwright.
Yeah, he is also the most experienced player on this Suns roster, as he is the only player from the Suns active roster last season. He's already had a busy summer because not only did he stay with the team throughout their playoff run, but he just returned from Rwanda playing for the Uganda national team. In fact, he just got back on Tuesday, and he told me his eyes are still burning from the jet lag, and he's been getting IVs to stay hydrated. But he is excited to be here and play with these young guys and try to prove himself a bit more after playing 45 games with the Phoenix Suns this season, guys.
The Ugandan national team got themselves Ish Wainwright. There's a story there. Cassidy, great report. And look who's in the building tonight. Mentioned it a moment ago, saw it a moment ago. LeBron James here. Watching his Summer League teammates. Russell Westbrook as well. Mentioned that we saw Darvin Ham, their new head coach. Had a quick visit with him prior to tip-off. That's part of the task ahead this year for the Lakers is making it all work for one of the most storied franchises in all of professional sports after missing out on not just the playoffs, but the play-in a season ago. We're on the way right into the front court. Here Louis with great defense. Wow, suffocating. Wainwright draws the foul on the drive. He'll get 2 shots. Cassidy mentioned the fact that he's been very itinerant lately, very traveled. And that goes back a ways, because if you think about the fact that Wainwright played professionally in Germany for a couple of years, in France for 1 year before signing a 2-way deal with the Suns in October after being cut by the Toronto Raptors before that.
So
his passport has a lot of steps.
It's been incredible, and I read a story about him, and the way that the adversity and the usual path, and et cetera, the challenges thrown in front of him. You know what he said? It's been a joy. How about that? To appreciate the process, to get to this spot finally.
Lakers run a little indie. Pippen's pass a little bit too high.
And Wright quickly in transition. Oh, great ball fake. And the bucket for the Phoenix Suns.
Is Sar looking at his... Did he just look at his hand after that pretty?
You can only do that if it's the offhand. He's a right-handed player, so you can't look at it if it's your right. And a quick three back at the other end for the Los Angeles Lakers. That's Cole Swider, who played with Buddy Boeheim at Syracuse. We saw Boeheim last night for the Pistons. Here's Wright. A long two. Rebounded by Swider. Griffin Jr. Whistle and a foul. Olivier Sarr with a nice move here.
Two-way player in Oklahoma City. Oh, Mark, the Euro step from the big man.
He stared us in.
Oh, stopping, looked away. That was pretty.
Cross-court, Griffin Jr. gets it back on the get-down. Kicks it out to Swider. One and done that time for the Los Angeles Lakers. Just going to wait time to three. King on the wing against Swider. Pulls the three. Lakers played recently in the California Classic. Christie on the drive. Got that back. Great block by Sarr. And the finish at the other end.
Great.
Cameron Taylor out of Seton Hall.
Great recognition by Cameron Taylor. Saw the swat, saw the possession, and sprinted to the other end.
Griffin Jr. passes it to the wing. Little stampede drive. Pierre Louis couldn't cash. Right with a nice finish. What a pretty intense pace to start this game, Doris.
Tell you what, coming off that Knicks game, look at the defense being played here.
Right, took his cornbread, got the defender airborne, Wainwright. King, everything but the bucket that time for Phoenix. You pointed out good ball pressure. Look at Lewis King all over Christie. Griffin Jr., a little two-man game, picked up his dribble. Christie on the drive, and draws the foul on Lewis King. Max Christie out of Michigan State. 35th pick for the Los Angeles Lakers, their second-round pick this year.
Phil Handy compared him to Doug Christie.
That's quite the compliment.
Ability to match up on the defensive end. Good lateral quickness. Cassie, you got more on Mr. Christie.
Yeah, I spoke with him earlier, and I asked him about being teammates with LeBron James, who is in attendance. And he said he has to pinch himself sometimes knowing he's teammates with LeBron, but it's also a reminder that he belongs. He's one of these players now in the NBA, but he also told me it wasn't too long ago that he was one of these kids in the stands coming to watch Summer League on vacations with his family. He told me he came here a few times when he was 12, 13, and 14, and now knowing how Lakers fans turn out here in Vegas and how much he was looking forward to putting on a show, and for young kids that really used to be him, guys.
Yeah, you speak about age, Cassidy, as Wainwright drills the three. LeBron is literally twice his age. How about that?
I'm sure he appreciates the reminder.
Tell you what, he averaged 30 a game last year, so age is irrelevant with the LeBron James right now. King, Christie blocked inside, but drew the foul. And just to clarify, no relation to Doug Christie. But what about the youthful, what about LeBron's kids? Watching Bronny play on the AU circuit. Saw some highlights of Bryce, who's really springing up in height. LeBron might be losing that belt soon, man. These guys are getting big.
He just followed LeBron's speed, and he's, tweeting about his young king. Talking about he's earning everything, Bronny.
Great to see what a loving and doting and supportive father he is at his kids' games. Christie misses the second free throw. 4-point lead for Phoenix just underway. Lewis King a little bit strong. He spent parts of last season, the season before, with the Sacramento Kings. And in Stockton as well, they're a G League affiliate. Whistle, and that'll be a couple of free throws for the Suns. Looks like Sarr is going to get back to the foul line.
Be interesting to watch Darvin Ham. He'll be known for so long. And obviously, if you're coaching in that market, there's a ton of articles. Did you see the story about the way he grew up? The friends he lost, and the violence he saw. And he's the one who said, that is pressure. What we're about to handle in Los Angeles is not pressure. There's just this, I don't know, strength of character, this equanimity about him.
Let me characterize it this way. His former team and his players in Milwaukee, they all love him and they all fear him.
Yeah.
That healthy kind of fear. And the type of love that you don't want to disappoint that person. He's going to have that hopefully translated with the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Pippen Jr. Little bully ball inside. That's going to be a goaltending call against Sarr. It was interesting to see, in wake of Ham being named the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, immediately Giannis Antetokounmpo came out and said, well done, well deserved.
Yeah.
He'll do a great job. .604 to go in the first quarter. Kane gets it into Carter. Meanwhile, you think about the Phoenix Suns. Doris, I gotta believe there's gonna be a little bit of a residual hangover as they begin next season because of the way the previous one ended. And a lot of LeBron James jerseys here. We'll finish that thought up and have that conversation about Phoenix on the other side.
NBA 2K23 Summer League is presented by NBA 2K23. Answer the call.
Okay, snacks and popcorn are going to be expensive. Let's just accept that. Going to the movies can be a lot for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Bathrooms. Even if you don't have to go, you should try.
We all know where the bathroom is and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money bundling their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be painful.
Here comes, there's an extra secret here.
No. You don't need a coat ring.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle a homeowner with more than us.
No one who made the movies here.
Constipated. Feeling weighed down by a backed up gut. Miralax is different. It works naturally with the water in your body. Free your gut and your mood will follow.
In the future, we'll travel to incredible places with the help of magical technology.
But what about today? I want my magical future now. I have places to go. Rocks to climb. Sights to see. And flights to catch. I can't wait for what tomorrow will bring. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the ride.
You take a sip of the slush, boom, that's sour. And then you take a bite of the ice cream, boom, that's sweet. Sonic once again has done the 2-in-1. Sonic Sour Patch Kids slush float. They understand people.
We're talking about the Phoenix Suns. And there's a look at their depth chart as it stands right now. That highlighted name you see prominently, DeAndre Ayton, the subject of a lot of speculation right now. And still waiting for that situation to play out. But beyond that, Doris, we alluded to the fact that they suffered a calamitous end to their season. James Jones had to be disappointed. Monty Williams as well. And the way that it went, Game 7 at home, losing to the Dallas Mavericks. And
the passion of which they lost it. The first half of that loss.
It was over early.
And now you have a ton of uncertainty, right? Because the storylines out there are that Kevin Durant has